Does a typical workday in Beijing really look like? And how much does it cost? Hi, I'm Leon. Today, come along with me and experience a normal workday in Beijing. Good morning. I currently rent an apartment in Beijing. It costs about 4,000 yuan a month, which is roughly 590 US dollars. That works out to around 133 yuan, or about $20 a day. Rent takes up almost half of my income. That sounds expensive, right? But for the area and the kind of private space I wanted, this is simply what it costs to live alone in Beijing. After washing up, I head to a small breakfast place near my neighborhood. For breakfast, I'm having a bowl of millet porridge, a steamed pork bun, and a tea egg. It's a simple but filling breakfast, and it costs about 10 yuan, or around $1.50. When people imagine Beijing, they often picture skyscrapers, fancy coffee shops, and a comfortable big city lifestyle. But that's only one side of Beijing. Even here, you can still find small, low-rise neighborhoods where people eat simple, everyday food. This is what my real daily life looks like. After breakfast, it's time to start working. I work in sales, and my job gives me some freedom to choose when and where I work. First, I head back home to answer some emails and messages. Working in sales can be demanding, but it also gives me a lot of freedom. That's one of the reasons I chose this career. I've never liked feeling tied down. Once I'm done with my emails, I need to head to the office for our weekly meeting. I normally go into the office once a week to update my manager on my progress. My office is in central Beijing, about 20 kilometers, or roughly 12 miles from where I live. First, I ride my e-bike to the subway station. Then I spend about an hour on the subway before reaching the area near my office. A one-way subway ride costs about 4 yuan, or around 60 cents. Luckily, it isn't rush hour yet, so the train isn't too crowded, and I can get a seat. You can usually still get a decent cell signal on the Beijing subway, so I often watch a TV show or a movie to pass the time. I have to change lines partway through the journey. To be honest, working in Beijing can be very challenging, but many young people in China still choose to leave their small hometowns and move to major cities because big cities usually offer more job opportunities and better salaries. Some people decide to leave Beijing when they reach their 30s and settle down in a smaller, less stressful city. In a way, this reflects the past of many young Chinese people today. They spend their 20s working hard and trying to earn money in a major city. Then, in their 30s, they may move somewhere smaller, get married, start a family, and enjoy a slower pace of life. right now, I'm waiting for the next train. After getting off the subway, I still have about a 10-minute walk. It's midsummer in Beijing and it's around 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's seriously hot. And here we are, central Beijing. Tall buildings, busy streets, and cars. After arriving at the office and taking a short break, I get back to work. Most of my coworkers are still on their way yet. The hot weather usually makes me lose my appetite, so I normally just have some bread as a late lunch. It costs about 10 yuan, or around $1.50. Finally, work is over. The sky is getting dark and cloudy, and it looks like it could rain at any moment. Better hurry and try to get home before it starts. Now it's evening rush hour and the subway is completely packed. There are no seats this time, so I have to stand and squeeze in with everyone else. There's barely any room to move. You just squeeze in, hold on, and wait for the next stop. I'm finally home. My workday is over, but I still have one last job to do. Cleaning my cat's litter box. Yep, this is real life. So, including the daily share of my rent, breakfast, 2 subway rides, and the bread, the basic costs shown in this video come to about 161 yuan, or roughly 24 US dollars. It's a normal day in my life in Beijing. Nothing dramatic or particularly exciting. It can be tiring, but it also feels fulfilling. I hope that filming and sharing these little moments can make my everyday life a little more interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more honest, everyday life in China.